amount of old growth forest that's here too. So these are really mature trees that have a long time to grow, and we see a lot of kind of new growth around the city, but this is a really nice old growth forest. We can see that things have changed over time. So we've had some invasive species come in. Sharon and the Friends of Hampton Park, we've been working together trying to eradicate some Japanese knotweed from the creek side just over there. I'm sure we'll show you where that site is, and we planted a lot of native trees too. Every year we go back, we pull out a lot. So I think this year we probably pulled out 300, 400 Japanese knotweed stems. Before that, we were probably pulling out like 2,000, 3,000, 4,000 stems. So it's been a real huge effort to eliminate it. And now the good news is that we're only seeing new regrowth. So we're not seeing any of the old ones come back. It's just old ones that are like the new clippings and stuff like that that have gone to the ground, and when we pull them up. And we'll be taking off the tarps, I guess this fall, and doing some more planting in that area. So we're really excited to continue that project. But tonight we're here to talk about bats and bat ecology. In the National Capital Region, we've got 8 species of bats, but 7 tend to be a lot more common. So we have the 3 small bats: northern myotis, little brown myotis, and tricolored bat. And all 3 of those have been devastated by something called white nose syndrome, which is a fungus that lives in caves, and it grows really well at 4 to 8 degrees centigrade, which is where the bats tend to overwinter. So that kind of, the fungus will kind of wake them up and make them shiver during the winter period. And that, when they get out of TOR4, which means that during the winter they slow down their heart rate, the torpor gets interrupted and they lose energy. And then, so they lose that energy while they're hibernating, and then they perish in the same caves where they are. We've seen 90% drops in little brown bats, and northern myotis have been hit the hardest. Northern myotis tend to live in more northerly habitats, so it's very unlikely we'll see some tonight. Little brown bats are very habituated to urban areas, so we might be able to hear some of those tonight. We've got some bigger bats. So hoary, silver-haired, and red bat are migratory bats. So they will roost in like bundles of leaves up in the canopy, and that's where they tend to sleep. So that's why I call them tree bats. And the tree bats migrate from here much further south. So our smaller bats will migrate close by into caves and hibernacula here in the New York State, versus the tree bats will move much further south. And finally, we're at big brown bat, which is our most common bat. It's seen throughout the region. I've seen it flying during the day at the Museum of Nature, all kinds. They're a really cool bat. They're around, they're very common, and I hope to see some. They're around twice the size of our little brown bats. Little brown bats are kind of interesting too, because we're seeing a little bit of population increase. So they dropped a lot because of white nose syndrome, but we're seeing a little bit of a rebound now. So hopefully they continue to rebound and populations tend to increase.
So how big when you say something's twice as big as the other one?
Yeah, what size is when you say
big?
Yeah.
The size is tiny.
Yeah.
So no, you're looking at you're saying body size, not wingspan.
Body size, yeah, body size. So body size for a small bat would be about this big. Yeah. Body size for a large bat would be, bigger. But the wingspan is it's not. They're not that big, but so sometimes that'll be a bigger. That'll be a big one, yeah. Okay. This would be a big one. Okay. Small one would be like this big. Tricolored bats are our smallest bats.
How big is this?
Yeah.
No.
Fruit bats, my fruit bats back home, back in India. So I'm like, that's big.
Well, fruit bats.
What is big here?
But fruit bats are adorable.
Scale, yeah.
And finally, the small-footed bat is another one that's here, but it's not it doesn't really bring up its range.
Okay.
At other places in Ontario, like at Point Pelee, they think they've seen rarer bats. So these are bats that are way off course, but they've traveled quite a ways from places like Arizona and Mexico sometimes. Sometimes they get blown up.
That's quite a distance.
So that's quite a distance, but there are some other bat species recorded in Ontario, but that's about it. Today we'll be using 2 different types of monitors. This is called an Anabat. It's made in Australia. The the microphone's really, really big on it, so it detaches fully. So this would be the microphone here. This is the tablet. Each one of these devices are around $2,000. So not a small piece of kit. And then we have this one here that fits into your cell phone. This is called the Echometer Touch, and it's made in the States, but there's not really a comparable product that can be found anywhere else in the world. These run for $179 US, or you can get the Pro version, which is $350 US. And it's kind of cool, actually. We're going to be using it quite a bit tonight, and it actually comes up and tells you what the bats are based on their call. So yeah, bat calls are kind of complicated. It takes a bat expert probably 5-6 years of constantly going through the recordings to become proficient at it. And we have various guides that help us identify the bats. So this one here won't actually identify us in real time. They'll just take a recording, and hopefully we'll be able to see the bat fly over, and we'll identify it later. But with this one, hopefully the species will come up. We did a bat survey last week near Moody in Stony Swamp, and we found one silver-haired bat, which was kind of neat. So all of them can be around. So we've had some really good success. Some of the best places to see bats: Pinecrest Creek, seen them there. Here is really good. Sometimes bats like to come out into the open, do a turnabout, and go back into the woods. They like foraging out in the open, so anywhere could be good.
You should see them.
Yeah, Maribel is really
me too.
really good too.
They'll be
So,
flying from here over
I thought
into
we'd just
here.
go for a little walk maybe up and around. We'll see some of the restoration sites that we've been working on. And then when it gets darker, we'll hopefully see some bats.